And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. We're doing the Lost Relic scenario, take 2. We did it a while back with Tovak. Realized there was one minor rule I had wrong in setup, which apparently Greg can't always read the way he thinks he can. And there was, I misplayed one of Tovak's skills that probably would have made a difference, and it still bothers me because I have problems and things bother me that shouldn't. So happy to get back. We're going with the Druid himself and his, that thing, that lump of plastic that we use to represent him, and that is good. So let's get this thing set up. So the Lost Relic scenario was very, very short. It is one day, one night. Basically, there's a relic, and it was split into two parts, and they're being guarded by, they were put in cities long, long ago by the council, which seems to make bad choices, and now those cities have been destroyed, and they're being guarded by dragons. So we need to find these dragons, we need to kill these dragons, we need to get this relic and bring it back, and all the fame and glory and honor in all of Atlantis and the council will be Braevalar's forever. And maybe he can upgrade his thing that is... Yes, that. Great. So special rules, we are going to start at level 3, kids. So that is correct. If you look at where I am on the fame track, that is absolutely right. We are starting at 9. The reputation track starts, I think it starts there. I don't know where it starts. It doesn't say that the reputation track starting any higher. I know some of these scenarios you actually start with +2 fame or +2 reputation, but here apparently we start at the 0. So we got 9 fame. Whenever we cross a line, we will get an additional fame like you do in the Blitz scenarios. Additionally, every time you reveal a new tile by exploration, you will get a fame. And if that tile happens to have one of the destroyed cities, you will get 1 additional fame. So additional fame falling from the sky everywhere. Anytime there's a rampaging Draconum on one of the core tiles, instead of putting a Draconum, you will put a Orc. That is right. Only an Orc there. Only 2 dragons will be had today. Thank you very much, which is fine with me. And that is about it. So there are no elite units that can be recruited in cities. If we were to get a core tile on the board by the second night, and an elite unit would come off that can only be recruited in a city, I will just replace it at that point. Now, just like the normal Blitz scenarios, there are going to be 4 dice in the source. We roll a gold, a red, a blue, and a green. What a nice variety to start this puppy out. Let me shuffle up Braevalar's skills. We will be using a normal dummy player because that is how this is going to go. And we, again, will only have about 13 turns, give or take, 13, 14, maybe 15 turns to get this thing done. So not a lot of time. There is going to be this very strange drafting system of sorts. So starting at a higher level, so when we start at 3, we're going to put a certain number of advanced actions, a certain number of units, and a certain number of spells, and a certain number of artifacts, and play. Hey, Greg here. You know what time it is. It's time for another Solo Playthroughs patron shout out, and this one goes to Jonathan Kokoski, who has been supporting Solo Playthroughs long enough at a level high enough that he gets one of these fancy dancy shout outs in one of my videos. Jonathan's a massive fan of Mage Knight. Every time I post a Mage Knight video, I can rest assured that he will pop up in the comments pretty soon, and I really appreciate that support and that engagement that he has shown to this, and the commitment that he has shown to my channel over the months. In 6 months' time, he's going to be able to tell me what to do and give me a patron challenge of his very own, and I, again, appreciate having him on board for that. Now, look, if you want to be like Jonathan and support Solo Playthroughs, please click on the Patreon link in the description of this video below, and you can check out the different tiers that I have and see if something makes sense for you. I hope you've noticed, if you're a fan of this channel, just how much things have grown, how much I've been able to improve the quality of what I do, the lighting, the audio, the editing, the types of games, and the amount of different games that I'm able to offer through this channel. My Patreon page has grown a fair amount since I started, but kind of stalled a little bit. I could really use some extra support. So if you've been on the fence for a while, it would be a really, really nice time for you to jump in and to join my Patreon community. I really do enjoy the engagement that I have on my Patreon page, the messages, the emails that have made a big difference to me and how I engage with this channel, and made a big difference in even how I personally enjoy these games, and hopefully made a difference in how much you enjoy my videos as well. So Jonathan, thanks a lot. Really appreciate the support. Let's get back to the action. Happy gaming. So we're going to have a couple of things in addition to this draft, right? So when you start at a higher level, for each odd numbered level after the first, each player draws 2 skills. So odd number level is there, and I think that was the minor rule I had wrong when I played as Tovak. I just didn't, again, reading is hard. So I'm going to look at my skills. What skill do I want? I will take, do I want 2 kinds of mana? Looking at Braevalar's little thing here, do I want Thunderstorm, where I can get a green or a blue mana and a green or a white mana, or I can get Forked Lightning, once a turn, cold, ranged cold fire attack 1 against up to 3 different enemies. So as long as it's in the same phase, I can hit up to 3 enemies. Now I could stack the enemies to 1 stack as long as it's 3 different enemies, right? Because the lightning is that amazingly controlled. But I if I'm not stacking enemies, I could still hit 3 different enemies with the cold fire 1. Again, it just has to be in the same attack phase. I'll take the Forked Lightning. Why not? I mean, the mana is tempting, but it's Braevalar. I'll get mana. Elsewhere, I'm pretty sure. So let me move his little card here. You know, the part that, you know, the thing that represents him that actually doesn't look like a piece of garbage. And we're going to shuffle up his advance. Well, I don't even know why I'm shuffling his D deck, because I'm about to add some stuff in here, I believe. Great. So I have my 1 skill, and then we're going to do the following. So we also get 2 crystals of the color shown at the bottom of the card. On the character card, I'm going to get a blue and a green. And then we're going to deal the appropriate number of cards. What's the appropriate number of cards? So my character level is 3 plus 2. I'm going to get 5 advanced actions. So let me shuffle up these bad boys. I'm going to do this terrain deck in a wee bit. Alright, so shuffling up the advanced actions, we're going to take 5 of them. And I am going to grab 1 for free because, again, I'm level 3, so it just represents my level 2 level up. And also, I should have another one of these command tokens because, again, I'm at level 3. So we're taking 5 of these. 1, we got regeneration, learning, Song of Wind, Ice Shield, and Crushing Bolt. Great. We're going to now need to get regular units. We're going to get 4 regular units. We get the Guardian Golems, we get Shock Troops, we get Magic Familiars, we get Red Cape Monks. Now, if I recruit them, remember, I'm going to have to put a thing on there, so that's intriguing, but they have some interesting powers. We're going to get some spells, and spells, we're going to shuffle these. We're going to get 3 of these to put out. Now, notice, probably not in the Ultimate Edition book, but in the old book that I have, there was a typo where it says the regular units at character level plus 2, I believe. That should be character level plus 1. So if you're looking at an old book, just note there was an errata there. So the artifacts, character level plus 1, so we're going to have 4 of these. Oh, these are spells. Sorry. Spells, we just went 3 out. We have Underground Travel. We have Demolish. We have Space Bending. Those are some pretty garbage spells. And then finally, the artifacts, we're going to get character level minus 1. I'm sorry, so only 2 of these are coming out. And we'll see. So the advanced actions are going to cost 6 points of influence. The regular units are going to cost their normal cost. The spells are going to cost 9 points or 7 points plus an appropriate color crystal of influence, and the artifacts are going to cost 12. The crystal, I can get any crystal of any color I want for just 3. Any influence I don't spend doing this, I just lose. Great. So we get the Druidic Staff and the Sword of Justice. Remember, the Druidic Staff is pretty versatile, has some options there based on what card you can discard. The Sword of Justice is when you discard cards in your hand, you get attack 3 for each card you discard, Fame plus 1, and then you can double the contribution of all physical attacks if you throw it away. Sword of Justice is very strong and looking like a winner here because I don't really love those spells. So what's the number of influence that I can spend? Well, it's going to be 6 per level that I'm at. So I'm at level 3, so I have 18 points of influence to spend. And if I have any remaining, I get plus 1 fame. If I have 4 points of influence remaining, I get plus 1 fame. If I have 7, I get plus 1 fame. So you sense a trend there. I'm just getting plus 1 fame if I don't spend all 18 of my influence. What do I want? All right, the Song of Wind is pretty enticing. That is having a good movement card that can move, can reduce movement cost, can be really, really nice. So it reduces cost of plains, deserts, and wastelands by 1. And I can play a blue mana to travel over a lake. Don't hate that. The Crushing Bolt and the Ice Shield are both also enticing. I do think I take the Sword of Justice because, it's a sword and it has justice. And then I'll take, the Shock Troops are really nice. Get the Magic Familiars for 1 unit for a crystal, and then the 6. But I really think the Shock Troops have that ability to reduce one enemy attack by 3 can be really nice. I can't afford the Red Cape Monks because I spent all my money on the Sword of Justice. Now, I do get my free, don't forget this. I mean, I almost saying to myself because I almost forgot. I will take the Ice Blocks Enticing. Again, it's not going to work. The reduction of armor won't work against a dragon with with ice immunity. And if you saw my playthrough, the live playthrough of the legendary attempt at Volkare's Return, you see how often I magically pull that. It's a lot. I do that a lot. Ice resistance just finds me. That and Manticores. I'll take the Crusher. Yeah. I'll take the Song of Wind is really tempting for a lot of reasons. I'll take that extra movement. Getting around is going to be important. If I'm loading up in a Sword of Justice, I'm not sure the Crushing Bolt's going to make the difference here. So I'll take the Song of Wind, and then I'll recruit myself the Shock Troops. All right, so I don't have any extra influence that I didn't spend, so that is my 18, and that is all that she wrote. So I got the 1 advanced action for free, and I use my remaining influence to get myself the Sword of Justice and to get myself the Shock Troops. Great. Now, guess what? We have to shuffle all these decks again. Why? I don't know. Could put them on the bottom. Nah, shuffle them all up again. That's what we're going to do, because that's what the rules say. And I am a stickler for the rules. That's how it rolls in solo playthroughs land. So that goes there. So we have a unit offer. It's going to have 4 units. Again, we're having a little bit more flexibility here. We got some Savage Monks. We got some Scouts. We got some Foresters. We got some Thugs. None of them are indecisive. They all know who they are and what they're about. That is right. That's how this works. Now we're going to shuffle the advanced actions back into the advanced action deck. We'll set ourselves an advanced action offer. Get out the way, spells. Get out the way. Important things happening. So this is going to go there. And we got these 3 in the advanced action offer. We got the Mountain Lore, Firebolt, and Frostbridge. Nice. I really do like Mountain Lore and Firebolt. So some good options there. We are going to now shuffle these spells back into the spell deck. And then we'll have 1 more and then we'll be done. We just got to get ourselves my D deck, get ourselves a dummy player. You know, just so much to do, so much to do. All right, Snowstorm is great. Wings of Wind is nice. Offering, oh my gosh, so many good options. Exciting times here in solo playthroughs land. All right, so I'm shuffling up this. That is going to get our artifact deck. No more shuffling, just got to do the terrain too. So, what is going to be the countryside tiles? There are going to be 6 countryside tiles, I believe, in a solo game of the Lost Relic. That is correct. It is a wedge map, so we are going to be normal restrictions apply. Cannot put a city tile or a core tile on the coast. So just knowing that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's going there. Now I did take out Volkare from the city tiles, so we're not using Volkare's camp. The 2 cities are going to be one of the 2 of the originals, 2 of the original 4. So I'll roll this. That's 1, and we get ourselves a 2. So 1, 2. That's done. And now what we need is 1 core non-city tile, just to add a little bit of tension in those last few tiles. Is it a city? Is it not? I don't know. Only time will tell. All right, we're gonna roll this. It's a 5. Dunskies. All right, I'm gonna take these 3 tiles. We're going to drop 1 on the table. Fortunately, it landed face down, so I still don't know anything. All right, roll a die. 1, 2, rolling again. Ding, ding. These go on top. And this, my friends, is our terrain deck. Nice. So I'm going to take this. I need to roll for my dummy player. Who's the dummy today? Will the real dummy please stand up? We're going to roll. In order, I have Wolfhawk, I have Tovak, Arethea, Goldix, oh, rest in peace, Goldix. He tried so hard in that Volkare's Return scenario. Anyway, Krang and Norawas. I rolled a 6. Norawas it is. Yes. Maybe we can get ourselves some bonds of loyalty. That's what the world needs now. What the world needs now is Greg to get some loyalty. Yes. Yes, sir. All right. So we got some bonds of loyalty, and the rest of this shuffled into here. And that will work. Done. What am I doing? Assuming we don't... It doesn't say anything about adding anything to a skill offer, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm sure someone correct me if you're supposed to. But, you know, Alright, when choosing tactics, you always choose first. The dying player then takes one random card from those remaining, and both those cards are removed from the game. It doesn't matter. There's only one day and one night. Anyway, thank you for clarifying that rulebook. For no reason. No reason whatsoever. Alright, what we got? Norwas, here you are. We got his little turn order card is going to be here. We already have his skills. I do not eat anything else in there. We're just going to need his D deck. Where are you, D deck? Is that you? Nope, that is Wolfhawk. That is Krang and Tovak. Norwas. Done. Done. Gonna shuffle this up. So Norwas is gonna start with what? 2 whites and a green. So this is it's a fairly challenging scenario. I don't think it's as hard as some of the others. I mean, Mind's Liberation still strikes me as really the most ridiculous challenge. I mean, Volkaire's return on Legendary obviously is super hard, but yeah, there's ways. I mean, there's cards. You just, if you can get Tremor, if you can get some combination of, the range of siege attack you'll need, you can make that work. But this one, it's like, boom, you better go find those dragons, and you better find them quick. Great. So Shock Troops are here. Shock Troops have 3 abilities. They have a range attack 1. All of your other units get +1 to all of their attacks this turn. You can reduce the armor and attack of one chosen enemy by 1. And additionally, they can reduce the enemy attack by 3. Any damage in that attack must be assigned to this unit first, even if that enemy has assassination, right? Which can be really, really helpful. If it's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to reduce the attack, and we're going to paralyze the Shock Troops because I don't want to be paralyzed. Call me old-fashioned. That's fine. So Norwas is over here. I'm drawing my opening hand because oh, nope, I'm not. We're going to put the terrain, starting terrain on the board. There's a tile. This tile is so nice. This tile would have been great to have in the Volkaire's return scenario. Yes, I'm still, one day I'll overcome. We're still working through this. My many emotions about that. We have a monastery, so we're going to I'll put the advanced action offer for the unit offer, the advanced actions for the unit offer there. And gotta get some tokens. Gotta get some tokens. So we have a keep, which is going to go face down there. We have the monastery. We have a dungeon. We have an orc who's just chilling over in the forest. Which ugly one of those guys is this one now? It is the skirmishers. They got nothing. And then we got the Mage Tower Garrison, which maybe wouldn't be crazy. I don't know. I mean, that snowstorm is it's a really nice spell. This is face down. That's a really nice spell. Cool. So I'm going to draw my opening hand now. We get Promise. We get the Sword of Justice. We get Tranquility. We get Rage. And we get Threaten. Dun dun dun. I mean, I could. I mean, I have 2 of these. I could get Influence 7, get myself some Savage Monks. I don't hate that. Do I have the movement? Nope, I don't have the movement. So I do hate that. Let me get some Great Start. Try to get a movement card here. Yeah, I like planning a lot, but I think Great Start gives me some more options here. So 1 mana draw, 2 rage. I pulled 0 movement cards. That's awesome, kids. What are we doing for Norwas? Norwas rolls a 3. Norwas is first. Bye-bye. Day actions. Great. Good times. Norwas is going to go blue, green, and green. 1 more comes off. He has 12 cards left. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I need movement 5. So I'm going to play Tranquility to draw 2. And it's Crystallize and Druidic Paths. Okay. I'm going to play... That will work. I'm going to use the blue from my inventory to play Druidic Paths. That gets me move 4. The move cost of 1 type of terrain is reduced by 1 this turn to a minimum of 2. I'm going to reduce the cost of moving into the forest. So move 4 gets me into the monastery. That does reveal the keep garrison. It's a heroes. And now that I'm here, I'm going to play mana draw. I can use additional die from the source. I'm going to get the red. I'm going to use that to power threaten. So I get the stronger effect of threaten, which is influence 5. I'm going to play promise. That is influence 7. At the end of my turn, I lose a reputation, but I am the grand owner of some monks. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Good times. Busy turn. Got some things done. Now I got the perfect cards to burn down some monasteries. So what do you say? That sounds like a next plan. So we got a green and a white here. These things go away. Done. Discard. I draw to my hand limit, which is 5. And 1 with the land. Of course we are. Norowas gets a green, gets a red, gets a red. No red crystals in the inventory, so Norowas is chilling right there, just like I like to see it. I have some here, I have some units. They're not going to help me because they're cowards. Yes, that is right. And what are we going to do? We're going to burn down a monastery. So 1, 2, 3, that goes down to -2. I'm going to pull a random Mage Tower Garrison. What do we get? We get that dude. Can I defeat it in the range phase? Nope, I can't. So it's going to attack me with what? Well, it's going to pull a monster. It's probably going to be a Manticore, because that's how this goes for me. So what do we get? Not a Manticore. Don't hate it. So it is a Gargoyle. The Gargoyle, again, is only here for the attack phase. It is not going to stick around after it attacks. What do we need to do? We need to block 5. So I can get block. This is a Cold Fire. This is the attack I need to defeat the Illusionist. The question is, what do I do with this block now? Sure, block 2, block 4. Really don't want to take any wounds here. So that's block 5. So dude is blocked. So the Gargoyle goes away. Now we're in the melee phase. I need to get 6 physical attack or 3 non-physical attack. Well, I have the Cold Fire attack 1, so now I need 4 physical attack. I'm going to play the Rage Power with the gold from the source. That is 4 physical attack plus 1 non-physical attack is enough to kill the Illusionist. We get ourselves 4 fame. I go from 9 to 13. I'm going to go put all this stuff away. Sword of Justice still in my hand. I'm going to roll that. So yes, I rolled a green and then proceeded to have a coughing fit for 10 minutes. But that is off camera. I deleted that all for you. I mean, if you want to see the extended cut, email me separately and I'll get you the coughing fit. All right, what are we getting? We're getting a reward. Tell us what we won, Bob. We won an Amulet of Darkness or a... Oh, it's so sick. Yes. Yes, please. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. It's not normally a unit heavy scenario by my experience, but this is pretty sick. So Amulet of Darkness is nice. I'm not going to have a ton of spells. I don't see this happening to go spell heavy. I probably would have had to go for that Mage Tower, although Snowstorm is still taunting me that I did not take it. But I will take the Banner of Command, one of my faves, full sure. All right, drawing up to my hand limit now. It is going to be... Look at all the artifacts. Improvisation, concentration, and swiftness. Okay. Sounds good. Very good. All right, Norwest, what are you doing? 1, it's green, it's a blue, Dunsky's my turn. We need to start exploring fast. Yeesh. All right, so yeah, we need to get through that terrain deck, right? We got 4, 5. I mean, I'm tempted to go through that keep, but it just seems like, I guess the extra card, I go through there. I mean, get a bunch of movement, hopefully. Yeah, I'm definitely get so excited with this first couple of turns that I'm realizing the error in my ways. What have I done? All right, yeah, I definitely need to get a move on here. So I'm going to, I don't have a red. I can get a red mana token, so I can get 1, 2, 3. That's 7. Or I just kill that dude. That might make more sense. Yes. Because, I mean, that's 5 for that swamp, which is just no good. No good at all. So I'm going to play concentration, which is going to give me a red mana. I'm going to play the red mana to play improvisation, discard swiftness. That's move 5. I lose a reputation. We are going to siege this, and I'm going to just use the green from the source. Siege attack 4. That's enough. I lose another reputation because no one likes when you kill the heroes, but I do get 5 fame. Since I jumped a level, I get a 6th fame, and we're going to level up. So this goes here. This goes here. What am I getting? I am getting, get fame plus 2. I need another command token before I can use Banner of Command that way. Or I can recruit next turn, but that's another turn that I really can't afford to spend. So I'm going to get 2 more skills. I'm going to take this one for the mana. It is the Lightning Storm, and we'll add one of Norwat's skills to... Oh, the Bonds of Loyalty. Oh, so sick. All right, and we're going to take what? We're going to take some... I want movement. I need lots of it. Yeah, move 5. Yeah, that's just where we're at. I need to start loading up on movement. I've been slacking on the movement, kids. All right, so I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 5, and I defeated the keep. I should put a shield on there. I'm going to get 6. That's right. You count them with me. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And 6. All the movement in the world, kids. All the movement in the world. All right, Norwas. He gets a white. He gets a green, a blue, and a white. 2 more. 1, 2. And now how many tiles can Greg put on the board in one turn? That is the ultimate question right now. So the cost of plains, deserts, and wastelands is reduced by 2. Plains, wastelands, and deserts reduced by 2. So I'm going to get what? I'm going to get a green and a blue. Green and blue. And then I'm going to... so that's moved... Oh, I'm going to power this with a white. So that's moved 2. The cost of all that's removed by 2. And then I got a green, so that's move 7. If I end on a... If I end my turn in mountains or hills, I get... So +1 if I end on hills, and +2 if I end on mountains. In the but it does cost a 5 to move to a mountain. Great. So that's move 7 right there. So I'm going to explore with 2 points of that movement. I'm going to have 5 points left. Since I explored, I get a fame. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful tile. That is a beautiful tile. Let me count the ways. Again, cost to move through plains is reduced by 2. All that green space in front of me, those are all plains. No joke. So this is free, still have 5 points of movement. This is free, still have 5 points of movement. This is free, still have 5 points of movement. Great. Now I'm going to explore here. That gets me a fame. And what do we get? Another orc. We got some hills. Oh, it's tile number 1, kids. Tile number 1. Go back to the start. No, it's tile number 6. I lied. That's tile number 1. Great. That makes more sense. That goes there. So I have 3. I have 3 more points of movement, right? Because I had 7. I explored twice. I'm exploring again. Get another fame. No, this is not the tile I want. Go away, tile. All right. So this is that, and don't want to go here. Gets me too much into the coast. That's way too much. That's way too movement intensive to do anything else over there. So I have 3 more points of movement. That is still... Wait, I explored 3 times. So I have 2 more points of movement. Wait, I'm just making sure I did this right. So I had 9, 18. I explored 1, 2, 3 times. I should be at 21. Somehow I ended up on 22. Yeah, I should be at... Because I went from 9 to... And I defeated the illusionist. It got me to 13. And then I got another 5. So that got me here. And I just explored 3 times. Great. So I had 7 points of movement. I explored 3 times. And I moved through 4 planes. Again, all the cost of all that was reduced by 2. The cost to move to hills is not reduced by 2, however. So I'm going to play stamina. And I get a move 4 from that. Now remember, I do not provoke an attack from this orc because he's behind the wall. Stay behind that wall, orc. Great. So what have I done now? So I had move 7, move 11. I've explored 3 times, and I moved that. That costs 3 movement. That is in a hill, so that would trigger mountain lore. And now I still have 2 more points of movement. So I basically explored 4 times. So that gets me another fame there. And we have ourselves the last of the Mohicans. All right, we have ourselves another... Oh, I forgot to do that. So we have a advanced action tile here, advanced action card here, advanced action card here. There are 2 monasteries that are still active on the board, so I'll put those there. We're gonna get an orc in my face. Do not like to see orcs in my face. Man, my reputation is already -5. That's impressive. That is hard to do, kids. So I burned down a monastery and then I killed the heroes. So yeah, that's about how that goes. This is gonna be face up. An orc warbeast. Eesh. I can't. I do want to kill him. I have no more movement, right? Yeah, that was nuts. I can reduce his attack by 3. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm going to attack the orc warbeast. I'm going to reduce his attack by 3. So his attack goes from 3 to a 0. So since there's no points of damage left, I don't have to worry about brutal or any of that. And then I'm going to play the Sword of Justice. He has 5. Why? Do I want the banner of command this turn? Do I save it for next turn? I'll save it. The influence. I'm not going to be using the influence. I'll save it for next turn. That's fine. So I'm going to discard these 2 cards with the Sword of Justice, and that is going to give me an attack 3 for each card I discarded. So that's an attack 6. It's a little. It just didn't. It was close. So if I discarded the 1, I could have gotten to attack 4, but I was still shy. Yeah, and I didn't have a block. Reduce the armor, 1 attack, whatever. So I discarded 2 cards. It gives me enough to kill the Orc War Beast. That gives me 1 reputation back. More importantly, it gives me 3 fame. It gives me a 4th fame. Oh, that's why I was up, because I jumped that level, so I get an extra fame that way. Great, so I was correct. So yeah, it was 18 plus the 1 for the jump. I explored 4 times, and then I jumped again. Great, so I get another command token, Hitha. So that is Dunskies. If I can get a Quartile on the board, that banner of command will be pretty sick. I'll be able to get an elite unit nice and early here. I mean, I guess everything's early here because, you know, there's only 2 rounds. So my hand limit's increased by 1, which is fine because I only have 2 cards anyway. Can I get the Quartile on the board? I don't think I can. No. No, it's so sad. Nah, you actually can't get the Quartile on the board. That's fine. I'll have my pick or whatever I want with the banner of command. It's so silly. It's silly, I tell you. All right, that's fine. Norwas, what are you doing? Norwas is declaring end of round. My turn. Swiftness, move 2. Determination does squad and douche. And I get Hitha. Cool. Yeah, there's no point taking that dude out. My units are going to ready. Norwas declares end of round. That's fine, you jerk. You jerk. But that worked out well. I don't think you can have a much better first round in this scenario. Now the question is, can I defeat 2 dragons in 1 night without any spells? But I have 2 strong units, and the banner command will give me a 3rd unit of my choice from the 4 that I'm about to pull out. So gotta feel pretty good about that. Units are readied. This is ready. This is gonna go here. We're gonna pull off the top 4, and it's all still regular units. Foresters, Utum crossbowmen, like that. Ooh, the Utum swordsman. Oh, and the magic familiars. But you can only get those through interaction, so I can't use the banner of command on the banner of command. I don't know what banner of commanded is. Banner of command on them. Fine, be that way. So difficult, very fickle. All right, we have the American flag plus a gold. I'm going to replenish the cards in the advanced action portion of the unit offer. We're going to add Firebolt to Norwas. We're only putting 2 cards out because I did burn down a monastery. We get maximal effect and temporal portal. This goes there. We're putting a red crystal into Norwas's inventory. Offering goes away. This goes here. This goes here. And Dunskies. Flame Wave. And Flame Wall. Whatever. Drawing up to 6. How do I like it? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Banner of command and 6. Awesome. So I am going to take, do I want sparing power? I think we take sparing power, right? Seems like the right choice here. I could take preparation. The sparing power is just that whole other hand. I mean, there's so many ways the sparing power can just work really nice in that last turn when you have a bunch of wounds and all of a sudden like, oh, I have 5 new cards anyway. All right, talk myself into it. So we get sparing power, which means Norwas goes first, which means what's going to happen? So we get a blue, we get a blue, we get a white. Oh, you jerk. So 1 and 2, 13 cards left. And of course, that's the only white that came off. Not good. Sparing power. Another thing about sparing power, it does help you get through your deck. I'm going to play Banner of Command. I get 2 fame for that. And we're going to get ourselves the, I mean, the crossbowmen are nice. I just don't know how I get this. That attack 6 from the swordsman, especially when I don't care that they're injured because I'm not using them again. It's a little bit too good to pass up. Not going to lie. All right, so we're going to do that. And that's, I took the 2 fame for that, right? Right. Yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. Done. I broke that, got the 2 fame. And now we're going to power Druidic Paths, move 4. The cost to move 1 terrain type is reduced by 1 this turn to a minimum of 2. I'm going to explore here. I explore, I get 2 fame because it is going to, well, it might not actually. 1 fame because I'm exploring, another fame because it does have a castle on it. It is a castle ruins. Now, what is that? That's an orc. I know it looks like a dragon. You're like, it looks like a dragon to me. And nope, it's an orc. Just trust me. So that orc, another monastery. Man, this is very, very... Monasteries everywhere. Where are these in a longer game? Man. That's fine. And we're going to put a Draconum face down. Now, it does not rampaging. So it does reveal. When I go next to it, it does reveal. But it's not rampaging. But if I enter the site, I do need to attack it. Oh, it's a measly swamp dragon. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. All right, I'm going to reduce the cost of hills by 1. Oh, this should be face up too. So the cost of hills by 1. That gets me there. That's not a terrible thing. So I had moved 2. I explored. And then I had my last 2 points of movement ended on that hill. And now I'm going to block. Use the blue. Do want to not have to deal with this dude. Oh, I don't want to use any of my units. So that's fine. I'm going to play Rage. If I can't count on Tranquility, so that's fine. I'll use up some strong cards, but I think from action, you don't have many times to mess around here. So I'm fighting the skirmishers. Rage is blocking 1, unless I just bring the skirmishers in there, but that could be complicated. So that's block 1. I'm going to block it. Determination would be such a... Oh, it's got swiftness, though. Yeah, it's not going to work. I can reduce this attack. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to use Determination for block 1, and then I'm going to use Improvisation and discard Mana Draw for attack 3, and then we have that attack. So skirmishers are dead, and that will do. So bye-bye skirmishers. We get 2 fame for that, 1 reputation back. Everyone's happy. Done. I'm going to roll this. It's gold. Druidic Pass goes back here. Draw out to my hand limit, which is 6. 1, Tranquility, Song of Wind, Stamina, Threaten. Ooh, that's a great hand for Sword of Justice. That is a bunch of garbage cards I don't want. And Concentration. Cool. Question is, can I get the block 4? Block 6. Yeah, I think that will work. I think that's how to do it. All right. So Norwas gets a blue, gets a red, gets a green, 1 more off the top. My turn, sparing power. It's 2. I just threw a bunch of mana in my lap, so I'm very crystal heavy right now. Like, my lap can power all the spells, kids. All of them. That's why Mrs. Playthroughs loves me. All right. We're going to... Do I want to draw? No, sort of just... I think sort of just... This is fine. So we're going to move 2. Cost of move into the ruined city is always 2. We have to attack this dragon now. Again, not rampaging. We don't get any influence, reputation, or any of that garbage. Great. I'm going to reduce that attack by 3. And then I'm going to... Because I really don't... Well, I guess the poison... I would take 1 wound and 1 on my deck. Oh, it's great. Yeah. Fine. I reduced that attack by 3, so he's only attacking me with a 2. I'm not going to block the rest of it because, again, he's swiftest, so I need 4 block. This way I save the other 2 of my units. I'm going to get 1 wound to my hand because, again, the attack is now only a 2. 1 wound to my discard pile. Who cares? And now I'm going to play the Sword of Justice. I'm going to discard 3 cards. Song of Wind. Oh, Song of Wind might be really strong. No, it's fine. Song of Wind, Threaten, and yeah, I still have Mountain Lore. Song of Wind, Threaten, and Concentration. That gives me +3 attack for each. I double the contribution of physical attacks. I don't have any physical attacks, so I'm using the base effect, so it is what it is. So I get 9 attack there. That's 9 physical attack. That is enough to defeat this clown. I get +1 fame for that, plus another 7 fame. That gets me to 41. Since I jumped a level, I get to 42. Done. I get half a relic, kids. Woo! Half a relic. Yeah. All right, we're killing it. So what are we going to do now? I'm going to pull up to my... I get a level up. This is what I'm going to do. Hold on. I want Norwas. I'm tempted to take Norwas' skill. It's so good. All right, what do we got? +1 influence. We got this cooperative skill garbage. Nature's Vengeance. Once around, reduce 1 attack of an enemy by 1. That enemy gains cumbersome this turn. I mean, sure. Just because I want this card. Fine. Leveled up is complete. And we'll put one of Norwas's there. Oh, it's the motivation skill. All right, and after the battle, I did mean to do this. I'm going to heal one. That's why I left Tranquility in my hand. Drawing up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Great. Norowas, it's red. It is white. It is blue. No blue in the inventory. My turn. Sparing power goes. I'm going to power Mountain Lore with this. That gives me a move 5. And I want to think about this strategically, right? So in case, oh, I'm off the, I do this all the time. Oh, the Orc War Beast is dead. This should be here. Gonna move this sucker down. All right, down. And then this is gonna come down. Now, if I go here, and that's not the tile, that's fine, because I'll be able to explore here. So I have a bunch of options to get this next city tile out on the board. Wow, I'm through my deck already. Interesting. Interesting. All right, cool. So I moved 5. So I'm going to move 1, 2. So I have 3 more points of movement from Mountain Lore. I'm going to... wait a second. We got a problem. Where's the coast? Where is the coast? These are the... Yeah, this was the initial tiles. Coast is over here. I can't explore from there because it's not adjacent to 2 tiles. So with the core tiles, I'm going to need to explore. I'm going to need to move all that move 5 to get here, which is fine. So now I'm in the desert. Again, it's move 5 at night. And then I'm going to play March for explore 2 for move 2. And I'm going to explore this tile. It is the other city. Who was worried? Not, oh, those swamps. Yowza. All right, well, I have 3 movement cards. That agility card being movement 2 is nice. Magic talent. So we get 2 orcs, a face down dragon, orc in my face. What is it? It is the, I don't know, Cthulhu skirmish ugly baby. And we're gonna get this dude. What is this? It is a catapult. We get a draconum face down, and there's the village right there. Yeah, Green City is no joke, but I guess I can block it, and then I just need 3 points of attack. I'm losing that siege attack, but I'll have the Utham Swordsman. I'll have a bunch of cards here. It's fine. So I'm gonna block, and then swiftness options. Yeah, I'm gonna block it with the Savage Monks, and I'll play this sideways. And now I just need 3 points of attack. I'll play Rage. Want to keep that red. I don't think I've used my other rage yet this turn. I have. Yeesh. Yeah, I should probably still keep that red. Didn't I take a firebolt? I don't know. Did I do something like that? I think I've just taken a lot of movement. Wow. You know what? I'm not. Why am I even blocking this? Because the wounds don't matter to me. Because it's not like they're going to be stuck. But then I need attack 6. That's why. That's why, Greg. Right? Because it's he's elusive. If I block him, I only need attack 3. But if I don't block him, I need attack 6. So I'm not going to block him. I'm just going to take these 2 wounds, because why not? And then Rage. Well, it keeps me the monks, which probably makes more sense than what I was doing. I'll do Rage for attack 4. One of the Swiftness sideways for attack 1. And then I have this for attack whatever. Wait, this cooperative skill. Maybe turn it to reduce the attack of one enemy by 1 and give that a cumbersome. Oh. Like reduces it. So I played this. Reduces attack by 1. Yeah, that's a useless skill. It's such a bad skill. Alright, I'll reduce his attack by 1. But then I would still need to block 3, and I'm still not blocking him. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. But I'll reduce attack by 1. I still take 2 wounds. No, I take 1 wound instead of 2. Great, my score's going to be better. And then I'm going to use that. So that's my 6 points of attack. He's dead. That goes there. I get 4 fame. That gets me up to 40. Or 3 fame. That gets me up to 45. Done. This goes here. Roll this. I ended on a forest, which is not going to trigger Mountain Lore. And we still need now 7 points of movement to get in there. I think I can get it. All right, Nora, what's the turn? 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. Sparing power. Flips up. Great. So I have the movement. Have attack 10. So should. And I can use movement as attack this turn. And I can reduce the cost of 1 type of land by... Nope, that's one with the land. This is different. So I can get move 4 from that. I want that white. Yeah, we'll do this. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to get a green and a white. Oh, wait. No, I can't get... I was going to take a blue and turn it into white with crystallize, but I think I need... I need another green to try. That siege attack's only. That's only 1 point of attack. I'm probably not defeating this thing in the siege attack phase anyway. But the green makes the... So I'm going to take a green and the blue. Both mana. Blue and green. Great. I'm going to power one with the land. That gives me move 4. I'm going to play Promise Sideways for move 5. Great. I get next to this. I reveal it. Oh, it is an ice dragon. How is it always an ice dragon? How is it always an ice dragon? I mean, you've got to be kidding me. Wow. And he's got physical resistance. You've got to be kidding me. I don't even understand. I almost didn't use the shock troops for this very reason. I'm like, man, if it's an ice dragon, I'm going to want it. But I can I can just paralyze stuff. Like reduces attack to 5. I need 2 more movement to get in. That's 14. This cold fire attack. So I need 12 points of physical attack. I need 2 points of movement to get in. I can reduce his attack by 1 with this. That's not going to help. 12 points of physical attack. This is 10. I still need to move 2 to get in. Wow. What's super crazy is I can get up to 10 points of physical attack and I can get this cold fire attack. So I can actually get, I'm like literally 1. If he had 1 less armor, I could reduce his attack but not his armor with that, which is super nuts. Oh, and I give him cumbersome. That's enticing. But how does that work? That reduces his attack to a 5. Using cumbersome, I can get it down to a 4. I could get it down to a 3, which would paralyze the shock troops. I think I can do this. I'm going to move 2 to fight the dragon, giving him 1 less attack, and I gave him cumbersome. I'm now going to use this blue to get a white. No, to get a green. I'm going to play the white from the source to give me the stronger effect of agility for move 4. So I have 4 move points that I spent during combat, and I can use them wherever I want. I'm going to use 2 points of that during combat to, again, further reduce, because all the movement got me in. So now I'm fighting this thing. So I reduce his attack to a 5. I'm spending 2 points of the 4 pieces of movement from agility to trigger the cumbersome aspect of this. Again, he's not immune to that. He's not arcane immune. So that's an attack of a 3. I'm going to assign this wound to the shock troops. The shock troops are now disbanded because this sucker has paralyzed. All right. This is going to go away from here. And now I have 2 more points of movement left during combat this turn. So I'm in the melee phase now, right? Because I assigned the damage. This flips. Now I'm in the melee phase. I'm glad I mean, I guess if I didn't use it last turn, I still would have been fine. So then during combat, during this turn, I can spend any amount of move points, 1 to get attack 1 or 2 to get range attack 1. I just want the attack 1. So that's 2 points of attack that's left over from that movement, right? So I get 4 points of movement, 2 I used for cumbersome to reduce that to a 3. So I only had to spend 1 of my units. And then I used the other, I mean, realistically at that point, I could have kept the shock troops and taken the one to my hand. And it's really the same difference, right? Because then I'm just knocked out, but I can still use my units. So it just doesn't matter. So as long as I was down to a 3, that's fine. Because every other card was already played from my hand. So I have 2 points of movement. I'm using it for attack 2. I'm going to power the Savage Monks. Their siege attack, I just want the extra attack. I'm going to wound the Utham Swordsman, so that's attack 10. I have the 2 points of attack from the agility, so that's physical attack 6. And then I have the cold fire attack 1, so that is enough to defeat the freaking dragon. Oh my gosh. And I just knocked over Braevalar. Oh my gosh, that was way too hard. I was like, there's no way I'm losing this, right? I was crushing it. Yowza, that was nuts. That was nuts. I'm convinced. I'm pretty sure that's right, because as long as you reset your movement after the move phase, then I had a new bank account of movement to use as however I could in the combat phase. So I used 2 of it to trigger cumbersome. I used 2 of it for the agility. So I split up the 2 of that for the agility ability to give it as attack. So that was like basically I just divvied up that 4. I had the 10 attack from here, so that's 12 physical attack. Give me that cold fire attack, and man, I swear I'm gonna burn. I'm starting to hate the ice dragons more than the Draconum summoners. Like, that's hard to do. They're so bad. that you see, like, looking at, I mean, Snowstorm would have still been useless because all those suckers have friggin' ice immunity. I mean, Flame Wall would have been a lot better, but whatever. I'm just happy. I'm happy that I think I won. Someone's gonna tell me I'm wrong later, but that's whatever. It won't be the first time. But that was cool. What this is definitely, if you were like, that cooperative skill of Braevalar's is gonna be the difference in this game, I would have been like, you're insane. What a garbage bunch of skills this dude has. Yeah, I'm just looking at Norwaz's skills and like, those are so much better. Why? But Braevalar's got, look, that -1 to a type of land comes in handy. I mean, man, we got lucky that for once there wasn't a city on the bottom of the deck, so this was the last tile, because that would have been un problemo. But this scenario is tough. You're just like, how are you getting all this done in one day and one night, getting to the point where you're defeating 2 dragons, and they obviously give you all the boosts, and the draft's interesting. It's fun. Like, I like doing this for the channel because it's a quick little exercise, and for people I know who are really looking to play more Mage Knight, who don't have the time to play the solo conquest scenarios or the Legion scenarios, or even the Blitz scenarios can take a long time. This is a really nice change of pace, and I'll put it out there for that. So that's it. So hopefully a more legitimate win. Someone's gonna have to clarify that I did that right with the agility. I'll await the comments the first couple of days after I publish this one. But we will be back. I'm looking to do a live Megapolis Blitz with Tovak, most likely. That's going to be in a couple of weeks. Again, as I always say, you can go on my Patreon page. You can look at my upcoming schedule to see what's coming up and make sure that you see everything that you want to see in solo playthroughs land. I always appreciate the support, likes, comments, all of it. It all helps, and I appreciate all of it. I will get back to you. Any comment you write, any questions, and any thoughts, want to talk strategy, I love all of it. It's really fun for me, and I am glad to be able to share it with all y'all. That's about it. Until next time, thanks for joining me again, and happy gaming.